6 Ideal Foods to Maintain Normal Hemoglobin Levels. One day, you climb a ladder and realize that you feel extremely tired. Then, you realize that sometimes your heart beats too hard, for no apparent reason. You get scared and go to the doctor. Fortunately, it's not as serious as you thought. You have low hemoglobin levels, he says, you're just anemic. You breathe a sigh of relief, you come out of the doctor's office and suddenly you have a question: what can I eat to have normal hemoglobin levels? Believe it or not, this situation is very common. The best way is through your food, so in this article we're going to share some advice. What to eat to have normal hemoglobin levels. Liver. Liver is rich in iron and this is essential for hemoglobin. However, there are many people who are reluctant. In either case, we recommend that you give it a chance. With time you will get used to it and you will benefit a lot. In fact, it is one of the most effective foods for your hemoglobin levels. In addition, there are very appetizing recipes that will teach you to appreciate it. Legumes. When it comes to plant-based foods, the body sometimes finds it difficult to stockpile iron. Therefore, you need extra help, which you will find in vegetables rich in vitamin C. This vitamin is very powerful in this regard. It's good for you to eat them anyway, so we're not going to look at how to cook them here. However, remember that they're not just for hot dishes, you can also use them in salads. Vegetables rich in vitamin C. Given what we've said above, below we present a list of vegetables with the most vitamin C. If you use these, you'll enrich all your dishes, and obtain normal hemoglobin levels. Peppers, especially if they are raw: broccoli, Brussels sprouts, chili, spinach, parsley, carrot, beet. Foods rich in folic acid. It's not just important for pregnancy. Folic acid is also important for hemoglobin levels, since it helps the creation of red blood cells. However, we're used to only referring to it in the context of typical tablets taken during pregnancy. Therefore, we often don't know what other sources of it there are. As a result, we offer another list that will help you design a dish to end your anemia. Asparagus, oranges, avocado, wheat germ, bean, soy, pumpkin seeds. You can add these to the other foods mentioned, such as green vegetables, legumes and liver. Oily fish. Oily fish has all the advantages of the previous foods. However, it stands out for its vitamin B content, which is essential for the production of red blood cells. Increase your intake of salmon, sardines, tuna, mackerel. How to eat to reach normal hemoglobin levels. The increased interest in gastronomy has brought a renewed focus on the kitchen. As a result, we know that the traditional way of preparing food is not always the most appropriate. In the case at hand, we recommend lowering the cooking time. Heating food causes its composition to be altered. Therefore, it's best to just use heat to make it edible. In the case of vegetables, you have to look for al dente texture. It might surprise you, but it's the healthiest. This way, you can take advantage of all the nutrients. As for meat and fish, each species has a sweet spot, so the best thing to do is respect it and not overcook it. As long as it's not a symptom of more aggressive disease, the lack of hemoglobin is easy to control. Simply eat certain foods more often and you'll soon begin to feel better.